Hello. Today on DIY with Chris. Hello everyone. This week we're going to be working on another pallet project for the holidays. We're going to be doing a pallet snowman, and so we're just going to be doing the head. What we're going to do is take two pallet boards we've taken off and sanded down, and we'll put them together right here, and that's going to be going up and down vertical. And then we're going to take another one. We have a few other pieces of our pallet boards that just didn't turn out so well when we were taking them off the pallet and are a little bit broken. And so we're going to kind of put that diagonal wise across the top, and that's just going to signify a top hat for them. So we'll paint all of that black up there, write some words on it, possibly let it snow, maybe something else, and then we'll paint this white down here at the bottom and then draw in the other features on the snowman. So it should be a really quick project, really fun. Again, you can get the kids in on it and let them help you paint it and start making this. Another thing that you can do for this that we've been seeing is you can flip this around and put another board on the other side that'll match this one and use it for Frankenstein. So you can also use it for Halloween as well. And so these protruding portions would just be the bolts coming out of his neck or head or whatnot. So you just flip it upside down and you could paint that up, and so you could use that for two different holidays, which means you can use it more often and just makes it a better use for the wood that you're using at that point. So we're going to get started on that, and pretty much the only tools that you should need for this will be whatever tools you use to get your pallet apart, and then a sander, sanding device of some sort, the paint and paint brushes, and then whatever you're going to use to secure it together. So we'll probably be using pin nails, possibly some screws, but more likely pin nails to secure it together, and that's all you need. Should be a really quick project. The first step for our project right now is going to be to disassemble the pallet. We started disassembling pallets using just a hammer and a crowbar, and the product that you get from that is not going to be as good as the way that we're currently doing it. What happens is it'll start to, the pressure you put on there will start to actually crack and break your members or your wood supports, and so that's not going to give us as good of an end product. So what we ended up doing is we have a reciprocating saw here, and we got a metal blade for it. And so what we'll do is come through all of these planks, and we're going to cut the nails out. And after we cut the nails, it'll remove the plank all in one piece, sturdy condition, and then I can go back through and actually punch out the nails from the other end using a punch. And so that's going to give me a nice uninjured or unfractured wood plank. So this is going to be the easiest and quickest way we found. When I was also doing it with the hammer and crowbar, it was taking a few hours to get just as many as I did off, which was probably only about 10 planks total, versus this is just going to be just a couple seconds. So that's what we're going to do at this point, is just go ahead and start cutting out the nails and getting our pickets. The next step for this project is just going to be to cut the pieces down to size. So we're going to measure them what we want to do. The sizing that we're going to do for our snowman is going to be just to cut these boards in half. So I'll measure it, mark it, and then we also have, again, this was just another piece of the pallet boards that just broke in half, and so it's going to be the brim to our hat. And so I have marked this already. We're going to have this extend about 2 to 3 inches past the edge of the boards, and then we're going to put it at an angle just like we had showed on the picture at the beginning. And I'm going to make that cut, and then this is mainly going to be the piece that will keep all of it together. And we can put one on the front and the back if you want to do it to, or if you want to make it so that it can be reversible, but that's up to you. So these pallet boards are right around 40 inches, so we'll just cut it at 20. And then the full width on these is 7. So we're going to cut that to be about 13 inches for the brim. So we'll mark that off at this time. And now all we have to do is cut the pieces. Being that we cut down these pieces so it was just half and 13 inches on this, we actually have enough wood left over to make multiple of these projects. So you can make it reversible, or you can just make a few. You will have enough wood to do that. So we have our pieces cut, and the rough draft of kind of what it's going to look like is these will be secured together. So we can either run a tongue and groove system here, or put something on the back, some glue, whatever it may be. You could also just use your brim to secure it as well. It just depends on how well you want to secure it, and it'll be something like this. We'll run this diagonally across it, and that's going to be the brim of the hat. So all of the upper half is going to be black, which will be the color of the hat, and then this lower portion we're going to paint white to look white, and we'll draw the face on there. So now all we have to do is secure these items together and start painting. That's all there is to it. The next step for our snowman is going to be to start assembling it. So we have drawn a little line on our snowman.
You have to stop talking so that I can...
The next step for our snowman is to start the assembly process. We already put our board across here at the angle that we wanted to, and I drew a line back there, so that's going to give me a guide. What I'm going to do is put some glue on the back of this here. Then we'll put it in place, and then I have my nail gun that's already pressurized and everything, so we'll just drive it through we will drive a few nails through there, and that's going to secure it in place. Then we can start painting. So we put our glue on here, and we're going to use the guide again, so we'll just flip this right over, and then we just want to put it in place. After we've aligned it back up, Just try and make sure that it's evenly spaced on both sides, and then we can tack it in place. We have it roughly put together now, so it's secured with our cross member. And now what we can do is come on the back, and we can use another support back here and nail it. So we can take some of our scrap wood or whatnot, come on the back, and then we can nail that in place just to give it a little bit stronger bond, and then also run some wood and possibly mix some wood and some sawdust in there and just put that in the cracks just to make it a little bit stronger. Now we just have to paint it.
Hey everybody, so me and the kiddo took over now for some of our detail work. You can really go whatever way you want to with this, add any kind of details you want, whatever face you want, it's really up to you. And we're just going to kind of decorate our snowman now.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. O'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Day or two ago, I thought I'd take a ride, and soon Miss Fanny Bright was seated by my side. The horse was lean and lank, misfortune seemed his lot. We ran into a drifted bank, and there we got upside. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
DIY with Chris, giving you the tools to do it yourself.